Arkansas, my head hurts. I'd like to stick around and maybe make it worse. I got a girl out in Henrietta. Her love's like tornado weather. These girls like this keep me trying. She goes off like an air raid siren, coming cleanly torn apart. Bad liver and a broken heart. Bad liver and a broken heart. Indian summer, Oklahoma sunset. There's a nicer place, I haven't been there yet. I'm standing outside at the blue door, too tired to sleep, too drunk for more. Nights like these keep me trying. Woman always knows when a man is lying. Ain't me, I'm just playing a part. Bad liver and a broken heart. Bad liver and a broken I'll get old for I'm good at this. Who's the president? What year is it? Wouldn't anybody care about truth anymore? Maybe that's what songs are for. She's the wind, I'm on fire. This line of work, no one retired. Coming cleanly torn apart. A bad liver and a broken heart. Bad liver and a broken heart. Bad liver and a broken heart. A bad liver and a broken heart. Well, let me introduce some of you, at least, to Brian Blake from Memphis, Tennessee generally, but technically Mississippi.
Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name's Brian Blake. This is my first time playing in Austin. Thank you, Terry, for having me on today. I really appreciate it. We got to play together in Galveston the other night at the Old Quarter, and it's quite an honor to play there for the first time, and for the first time playing with you. So, in the spirit of being in Austin, I'll start out with a Guy Clark song. Eight years old with a flour sack cape tied all around his neck. He climbed up on top of the garage, figuring what the heck. He screwed his courage up so tight that the whole thing come unwound. He got a running start and bless his heart, he headed for the ground. Well, he's the one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your king. He's all grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of piss and vinegar and busting at the seams. He licked his finger and checked the wind. It was gonna be do or die, but he wasn't scared of nothing, boys. He was pretty sure he could fly. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your king. Well, he's old and gray with a flour sack cape tied all around his head. But he's still jumping off the garage, or will be till he's dead. All these years the people said he'd been acting like a kid, but he did not know he could not fly, and so he did. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your king. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your king. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your king. Thank y'all. Great grandparents and their struggles to kind of raise a family. They're in Devers, Texas, tiny little town on Highway 90. It's called Rice Field in the distance. Oh, Hank's sitting on the front porch, rocking the days away. Ever since he went blind, you know he ain't had much to say. And there's a rice field in the distance, up around the bend, 14 miles from the river, and where it all began. Well, Charlie was old Hank's boy, and the last of a dying breed. A genuine cowboy, he was sturdy as a live oak tree. And if you ever had the pleasure to meet him, he was bound to hear a story or two. And he always did the best with what he had. It was no more than the saints could do. And Charlie met this girl named Kate, and soon she became his wife. The times was hard back then, and they did what they could to survive. They didn't have much or nothing, lived in a shack with a cold dirt floor, till they bought them a 2-story roebuck house with Hank's pension from the war. And Billy Glenn's in the back, he's the youngest of Charlie and Kate's 8 kids. He's trying to squeeze out another drop from a cow that just won't give. It was a hard scramble, a way to come up, but he was his daddy's son. And he never complained about the work a minute, he just did what had to be done. In that rice field in the distance, up around the bend, 14 miles from the river, and where it all began. Swear time stood still, and the work it would never end. In that rice field in the distance, up around the bend. Well, Charlie died in that rice field. One day it's hard to just give out. And at his funeral, the grown men wept, and it was all they could talk about. All the stories that he shared with them, the lessons from him they learned, and the countless things that he'd done for them, asking nothing in return. And Kate lived to be 97, and on her dying day, well, the generations gathered in a circle and all began to pray. Yeah, they reminisced about the days gone by, sacrifices made for them. In that rice field in the distance, up around the bend. Yeah, that rice field in the distance, up around the bend. 14 miles from the river, and where it all began. Swear time stood still, the work it would never end. In that rice field in the distance, up around the bend. May the circle be unbroken and the memories never end. In that rice field in the distance, up around the bend. Yeah, that rice field in the distance. Thank you all. And I should point out too that with my cousin Caroline Norman, who just walked into the building, there are 3 generations of those people in that song in here today with me, my father, and Caroline. So nice to see y'all back there. Yeah. May the circle be unbroken indeed.
You know, it's deceptively easy to make records. It's deceptively easy. It's harder to make a good record, and it's almost impossible to make a great record. And that's the first track off of what I consider to be a great record. One of the 2 or 3 best that anybody has put out this year at any level. You press play on that thing, and you are instantly transported to a wonderful place, a sad place, a special place, and I'm just grateful you did it.
Thanks, Terry.
This tune's called The Salt. I don't need you to try and fix this, 'cause you can't. I trust in time you'll come to understand. If my heart had a window you'd see, stardust that made me. It's time to change the weather in my head. I'll fly above these storm clouds up ahead. No stranger to the lonely aches of time. Still these stubborn ripples in my mind. Yes, patience is a virtue, but I wouldn't really know. Some days you float, some days you fall, some days you can't let go. It's not so much the bitter tears as the salt they leave behind. I'll be fine. The shadow follows every grain of sand. It crawls along with no design or plan. Stay with me a moment if you will. Sometimes love is simply sitting still. Yes, patience is a virtue, but I wouldn't really know. Some days you float, and some days you fall, and some days you can't let go. It's not so much the bitter tears as the salt they leave behind. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Thanks.
So I mentioned that the book is, or the album is called Book of Life, and originally I was going to call the album Rice Field in the Distance after that song I just played a few moments ago. See a gentleman here in the front row. Thank you for being a front rower. But you're wearing a Betty Sue shirt, and Walt, my producers, Walt and Ron on the album, had the foresight to invite Betty to sing harmony on the album, and they sent me an early version of this song I'm about to play, Book of Life, with her harmony vocals on it. And after I heard that, I was of course floored, because she's such a wonderful singer, and I would have much preferred to hear her just sing the whole song on the album. And unfortunately for all of us, she's not here in the room with us today. But after I heard that song and her contributions to it, it really is it's a moving contribution, and it moved me to change the name of the album to Book of Life. And the song goes like this.
Mama, tell me why Daddy had to leave. She said, well, I don't know, it ain't you, it ain't me, but listen to me, son, everything gonna be alright. Now climb up here and let me dry your eyes in, but try not to worry. Gotta let him go. It's just some things that we can't control. He may be leaving and it feels like goodbye, but it's just another page in the book of life. Well, this old friend of mine, he was near the end. He said, well, boy, I never thought I'd live to see you again. I said, man, what we gonna do? How we gonna get along? He said, well, never mind it now, just play me another song. And we'll try not to let me go, 'cause death is the one thing that we can't control. I may be leaving and it feels like goodbye, but it's just another page in the book of life. Well, I lived and learned, you know, I've loved and lost, but I do it all over, no matter what the cost. 'Cause when the ashes have settled and the healing's begun, I can lean on mother's words to her only son. She said, try not to worry, gotta let it go. It's just some things that we can't control. Sometimes leaving, it can feel like goodbye, but it's just another page in the book of life. Well, sometimes leaving, it can feel like goodbye, but it's just another page in the book of life. Well, it's just another page in the book of life.
Thank you.
Well, my 3 ex-wives are real nice ladies, but something about marriage just drove me crazy. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't meant to be. You know, my first ex-wife was a Memphis gal, and we got together in Austin town. It was the summer of love when we got married. And although we had a real nice family, them pastel colors didn't agree with me. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't meant to be. Well, I wanted to stay, but it wasn't meant to be. And then my second ex-wife was a Cajun cutie. Lord have mercy, another southern beauty. I had something about the Brady Bunch life that I don't know what it was, but it wasn't meant to be. Well, we wanted it to, but it wasn't meant to be. And then my third ex-wife was a scholarly type. A fine young woman, just my style. I found the one, well, finally. But all honeymoons must come to an end, and so did this one of my friends. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't meant to be. Well, we wanted it to, but it wasn't meant to be. You know, my three ex-wives were real nice ladies, but something about marriage just drove me crazy. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't meant to be. Well, my next ex-wife, I ain't yet met her, and as the saying goes, never say never, but never may come too soon. Beginning to think, because I am what I am, it's how I'll always be. And if the shoe don't fit, then mama said la vie. I said, baby, it wasn't meant to be. Well, honey, I'm sorry, it wasn't meant to be. But darling, don't you cry, it wasn't meant to be.
All right. Somebody no stranger to Austin, Mr. Billy Calorie. It's called Hands on the Wheel.
At a time when the world seemed to be spinning hopelessly out of control, there's deceivers and believers and all in betweeners who seem to have no place to go. It's the same old song. It's right and it's wrong. It's when living is something I do, and with no place to hide, I looked in your eyes and I found myself in you. I looked to the stars, tried all of the bars, and I'm nearly gone up in smoke. Now my hand's on the wheel of something that's real, and I feel like I'm going home. And in the shade of an oak, down by the river, sits an old man and a boy, setting sail, spinning tails, and fishing for whales with a lady they both enjoy. It's the same damn tune. It's the man and the moon. It's the way that I feel about you. with no place to hide. I looked in your eyes and I found myself in you. I looked to the stars, tried all of the bars, and I'm nearly gone up in smoke. Now my head's on the wheel of something that's real, yes, and I feel like I'm going home. Now my head's on the wheel of something that's real, yes, and I feel like I'm going home.
Thank you. Terry Klein on the lead guitar.
Well, it's alright, baby, now don't you cry. It won't be long and I'll be home. Cause I said we gotta serve our country. When they call my number, I'll be ready. But here's my ring, slip it on your finger, hold it close to your heart and always remember, always remember that Rosemary, well, I'll be coming home to you. It won't be too long till I'm going to see you again. I wanna see you again, Rosemary. Well, it's April 5th of 45. We lost 700 boys in the blink of an eye. And I've done some things that I can't undo. I don't know how I'll ever find my way back to you. Yes, but here's my letter and I hope it makes it. I can't ever wonder if you are still waiting. If you're still waiting, Rosemary, well, I'll be coming home to you. It won't be too long till I'm going to see you again. Want to see you again. Well, they said the other day we did it in a few more weeks. I'm gonna punch my ticket and sail around the world just to be with you. And I can picture you on the front porch swinging with my ring on your finger, just like I remember, honey, when I put it down. Rosemary, well, I'll be coming home to you, and it won't be too long till I'm going to see you again. I wanna see you again, wanna see you again. Oh, my darling. Rosemary. Got this old mug on my shelf, I take it down and pour myself a cup and think of what used to be. You gave it to me second hand, you knew I was just a simple man, babe. I guess I'll always be. I said, babe, I guess I'll always be. And it takes me to another time, to New Year's Day '99, when I woke up with you lying next to me. And we made love to Bound by the Blues, and now when I hear it, I'm reminded of you, and I wonder, do you ever think of me? Because them old times may be forgotten, but some things are like it or not, the memories never fade away. Like the look in your lover's eyes, the way she felt lying beside you there on New Year's Day. Well, I got this old black and white of us, I take it down and wipe off the dust of all that used to be. And I hold it in my calloused hands, and these days I'm just a lonely man, babe. I guess I'll always be. But I'd give it all to go back in time to New Year's Day '99, when I woke up with you next to me. Because them old times may be forgotten, but some things, baby, like it or not, the memories never fade away. Like the look in your lover's eyes, the way she felt lying beside you there on New Year's Day. Yes, it's a look in your lover's eyes, the way she felt lying beside you there on New Year's Day. I got this old mug on my shelf, I take it down and pour myself a cup and think of what used to be.
you.
This is I think this is my favorite thing I've written this year. And it's I was telling Brian, it's probably the first song that I wrote after making the last record where I thought to myself, well, I guess you're gonna have to make another one. It's about marriage. Say I love you as much as he can. Take any old excuse to hold her hand. This stuff is basic. It's simple too. So's a sunrise. Do the dishes when it's not your turn. It's not about what's owed or what's been earned. From a giving heart, the unexpected bloom, in good and bad times. Well, you didn't ask for my advice. I'm giving it to you all the same. Yeah, we're all out in the meadow here tonight on the eve of your wedding day. Dress in layers, 'cause things will change. You can squeeze your eyes shut, the fact remains. Change will come, and when it does, best leave the light on. Be excited, full of heart, like every speck of dust is a work of art. 'Cause these moments shared make up a life you can look back on. Well, you didn't ask for my advice. I'm giving it to you all the same. Yeah, we're all out in the meadow here tonight on the eve of your wedding day. A wedding day.
It's beautiful. I'm going to do this song on the record. This is mentioned the album is kind of about our family and roots in Southeast Texas, and it's also about kind of our hometown and area there in Liberty, Texas, which is on Highway 90, right in between Houston and Beaumont. And there was a homeless World War II veteran that was around Liberty for a long time, and his name was J.D. Lowe, and wrote this song about him called "Move On, J.D."
Well, J.D. came home with a purple heart, lost his good arm in the war. He spent his days down off Beaumont, behind old man Wiggins' store. And he'd smile at all of the passers-by as he nursed on an ice-cold beer, till the police came and would run him off. They'd say, J.D., it's time to move on from here. They'd say, well, move on, J.D. Move on from here. Well, you can go anywhere you want, but you just can't stay here. Well, J.D. carried him a switchblade knife in his hip pocket all the time. Now he sleeps in off behind the courthouse, with one eye open all night long, and the dreams they'd rage on like a firestorm every single night of the year. And come morning light, the judge would wake him up. He'd say, J.D., it's time to move on from here. He'd say, well, move on, J.D. Move on from here. Well, you can't go anywhere you want, but you just can't stay here. Well, J.D. got his angel wings when the good Lord called him home. Now he spends his days down by the fairgrounds, nevermore a wandering soul. And he smiles down on all of the passers-by, just a grinning from ear to ear. And they all say, hey, look over there. Well, look who finally made it here. Well, it's move on, J.D. Move on, J.D. made it here. Well, he can't stay on, JD. Well, move on, JD. Yeah, well, move on, JD is welcome here.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Brian heard me talking about this in Galveston a couple nights ago, so, you know, if you want to just go do something else for a minute, you can. But,
Okay.
that, I think, I think that's my favorite new song that I've heard this year from anybody.
Oh, thank you.
And we were geeking out on songwriting for the audience at the Old Quarter, and the thing that I seized upon in that song that said to me, okay, this person really understands how to write, is most songwriters would say that JD had a switchblade, and they'd leave it at that. But what Brian did is he said JD had a switchblade knife. And there's music in that not everybody can hear. And as soon as I heard that from him, I was like, okay, that's really it. And this is like midway through the record, so I'm already completely on board. I'm already like, okay, I'm sold. And then he pulls that out, and I'm like, oh God. And in that vein, I want to bring up a songwriter who does that to me pretty regularly. And of whom I say there's no finer songwriter in the state of Texas. There are people who are as good, for sure. Adam Carroll, you know. But nobody's better than Mark Abrams. So Mark, will you come up and play a song? Thank you. Here is this button, and I'll get your mic address.
Switchblade knife.
Yes.
Just gonna jump out at you.
I first heard Mark's album when I was recording my album with Walt and Ron, and they said, hey, you might ought to hear this, and they played it, and it's like, oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I had a deal about a robot. Yeah, I can hear an old six string. It's playing just behind the door. His bare fingers on an old guitar, bare feet on the hardwood floor. Coming on morning soon, he's probably been up all night, looking for a tune only he can hear, the one that gets lost in the light, the one that got lost in the light. I last saw her on the back porch. She's looking for a breeze. That old gray cat's always underfoot, the latest paperback on her knees. She really been 40 years, she really been gone that long. I thought I saw her just the other day in the words of an old country song. Coming on morning soon, it probably been up all night. She's looking for a tune only he can hear, the one that gets lost in the light, the one that got lost in the light. really knew him. It's just a photograph to me. There's 8 kids on the carpenter's pay back in 1933. Well, I know I wore a Stetson hat 'cause my uncle gave one to me. Yeah, that old wooden box of my grandpa's tools, that's a hands-on memory. I can hold that memory. Be coming on morning soon. It's probably been up all night, looking for a tune only he can hear. Yeah, one that gets lost in the light. Yeah, one that got lost in the light. I can hear an old 6-string. It's playing just behind the door.
Camp for Scamp Walker. Well, he lit out for the open road when he was a kid. I swore he'd never look back, and he never did. Had a draft card, a guitar, and a singular dream to make it all the way down to New Orleans, to make it one day to New Orleans. So he flashed a big smile and stuck a stump out. When the truck stopped, he got in, there was never a doubt. The boy he once was had become a man, just a reborn spirit meant to roam the land. Just a reborn spirit meant to roam the land. And the scamp could never be tied down. He drifted down to town, living his life in 3/4 time. He got bound, just getting by, and living in 3/4 time. Then he rode into Austin on a one-night stand and shot out like a rocket with his borrowed band. He came and he went when he did please, but never was his mind far from New Orleans. His heart was never too far from New Orleans, and the scamp could never be tied down. He drifted down to town, living his life in 3/4 time. He got bound, just getting by, and living in 3/4 time. Well, he sang of the hill country rain and the death of the passenger trains and the people he'd meet on the New Orleans streets. Well, they got bound, just get by. Well, they live life in 3/4 time, but in the scamp he could never be tied down. As he drifted
He got by on just get by. He got by on 3/4, how on 3/4, living in 3/4 time. Just living in 3/4 time. Yeah, living life in 3/4 time. All right. Well, I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you.
Thank y'all for Scamp Walker. Stay.
What's become of my hometown? Everything on Main is closing down. And Phil, the barber, he is dead and gone. And as the sun is setting on the courthouse steps, looking back, I have no regrets. But when I'm here, I feel all alone. So I make my way to the Methodist church. Now stained glass don't do nothing but hurt, and it cuts me, 'cause they don't even know my name. And as I step out in the light of this cool autumn night, I realize nothing gold can stay. But if you drive east on Highway 90, that's where you'll find it. It was the jewel of the Trinity. But now all that remains is my love of the name and memories of being free. Well, I was free without a past, but my freedom didn't last. Well, nothing gold can stay. Well, Grandpa, he's been gone now. Hard to believe it's been 20 years. And every day I still miss him so. And then last year we had to sell off the family home. Well, how I cried when it was time to go. And Daddy, he packed up his bags and headed west to San Francisco. He said, son, I just have to get away. As I step out in the light of this cool autumn night, I realize nothing gold can stay. Well, sometimes I think of how I can never really go back home, but then I just shake it off with a smile. 'Cause I can close my eyes and I can see that lonesome train rolling, cutting straight through my little town. And all the endless games of 42, the world's best damn barbecue. My family gathered round at Christmas time. I remember all the people that but it's always on my mind. 'Cause if you drive east on Highway 90, that's where you'll find it. It was the jewel of the Trinity, but now all that remains is my love of the name and memories of being free. Well, I was free without a past, but my freedom didn't last. Well, nothing gold can stay. Nothing gold can stay, Lord. Nothing gold can stay. Nothing gold can stay.
That's Brian Blake.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
I'm Terry Klein. Next month we'll be back here on the third Sunday of the month with Steve Obermiller and Hillary Titz.